Why, hello everyone. I think we did it. By we, I mean me. I believe I am now officially live on YouTube right here and Facebook right there. Okay, so little recap. Uh, Last week was my 29-year anniversary in stand-up comedy show, and I tried really hard to just present as normal of a show as I possibly could, as though you were actually at a comedy club and I would just run through my show. That turned to shit in a heartbeat. So I don't know if I should plan because everybody seems to like it when things turn to shit, or if I just wing it. But hello, episode 10, streaming live from my living room. This is getting harder to do, and I'll tell you for why. Comedians put together about a 1 hour show over the course of a year, and then we perform it, and then we go away, and then we come back next year and we got all this new shit. I got to figure out a new hour every week, and it's getting a little bit tough. I got stuff yet, uh, but I'm holding off on my Thanksgiving Christmas stuff. So here's the thing too. I was gonna rant about all the shit that we are going through. And then my beautiful wife pointed out to me, she said, well, if you're gonna do that, you'll have to change your mission statement. And I said, when the fuck did I get a mission statement? How do I have a mission statement? What the fuck is a mission statement? And she said, sweetheart, couldn't do this without her. So support. She said, when you first started streaming live, you said you wanted to take people away from their problems. Now, if you're going to piss and moan about all the shit we're going through, you need a new mission statement. I'm there. Fuck that. I didn't even know I had one mission statement. I'm not going to have fucking two mission statements. I'll just be happy with the one mission statement I have. So there you go. New this week, part of my mission statement, the quarantine tour shirts are available. Order them. There's links all over the place. Uh, because I love my fans and I listen. People were pissing them on. I don't want black. And so now there's all the colors of the rainbow available now. Some people wanted the print on the back. That's getting a little fucking needy. I'll see what we can do. Somebody wanted V-necks. More merch is coming. Order these shirts. They're amazing. A friend of mine did them. Clee sister's probably watching. Hello, Clee sister. I got some Clee stories later on to tell. Uh, the only thing I do want to piss and moan about what's going on is something personal to me. Is that I hope some places continue to do curbside service after all this shit is over because it's kind of amazing. It's a lazy ass's dream come true. You order the shit on the phone or online, then you drive to the place. You can keep your lazy ass in the car, and you call them and you say, then you don't even have to get out of the fucking car, and they come and put it in the back of your car, and you don't got to sign for nothing. You don't got to pay for nothing. It's all fucking taken care of. It's like just put the shit in the car and be gone. I love that. That is kind of amazing. So now back to this week and why this episode might suck a little bit is that this past week was my birthday. So to celebrate my birthday, I thought, fuck it, I'm not going to work really hard on tonight's live stream, which seemed like a good idea all week long when I was drinking bourbon and Dr. Pepper, but now I could play the fool right here. Um, so that could come back to haunt me a teeny tiny little bit. Um, I am going heavy on the notes because, as it turned out last week, I really fucking needed my notes. And back to curbside. The fun of curbside is my wife and I, have not been doing a lot of curbside takeout food. We've been, getting food and cooking here at home and all this and that stuff. We're doing good. We're enjoying nice meals and everything. But for my birthday, we went and got curbside pizza from a place that was a little bit kind of far away. And I haven't had it like a pizza parlor pizza in fucking ages. And I almost cried. And I was taking pictures of this and I was going to Facebook it. And I'm like, it's actually not that exciting when I think about it now. I'm like, look, everyone, I got pizza. This is fucking amazing. Pizza, pizza. I have pizza all the fucking time. But now this pizza was fucking crazier than any pizza that I've had because I didn't realize how ridiculous it was to actually go get pizza. So now that's simple pleasure in life. Pizza, curbside birthday, absolutely amazing. We had a little bit of a crazy day here. A bird flew into the kitchen, and it wasn't Sparky, who was awake the whole night long until about 20 minutes before I went live. Now she said, fuck it, I can't stay up this late. My wife has screams for different occasions, and the strange bird in the kitchen scream was new. Wow! So I knew it wasn't like a bug or a ghost or skunk or anything like that. The fucking bird was in the kitchen. Now it's a little cute. We all love birds, a little cute sparrow, but when you gotta get a bird out of your kitchen, that's a whole nother ball game. And so I have a system where there's a little curtain over there, and I just fucking close that, and I let my wife take care of it, and then she tells me the coast is clear, and then boom, then we could have our lunch. So we had bird in the house. That was exciting. Um, Weird. My wife got a phone call by somebody who was looking to get an underground illegal haircut. And I don't, it was like, psst, psst, hey, I heard you could meet me for an appointment and cut hair. Now I know that sounds like slutty behavior, but I know my wife, and that's no way. And the hell of it is, she probably could have cut that fucker's hair. So that was a weird thing. And the weird thing is supposed to come in threes, and I don't know what the third weird thing is. I hope it's not going to happen during this live stream. That's what my hope is. But I don't know if you peggers, you're just tuning in, hop in the chat, introduce yourselves. Let's go back to taking pictures of you watching me and get your pets involved there. Introduce yourself. Put in the chat where you are watching from. Folks have been supporting this live stream for 10 weeks now. Like I say, it's getting tough, and I'm trying to hang in there. I'm either going to make the episodes shorter, but I don't want to take a week off. Even here's the thing. Okay, I wrote, and it has to be rewritten and edited by a pro. I wrote a children's story called Pappy's Quilt. Now, if I get to the point where during this live stream for adults, language rated R, fuck you and a bucket of goo, if you see me reading Pappy's Quilt, you could view that as the beginning of the end. Because then I'm like, man, he's really fucking losing his mind. He's telling Pappy's Quilt stories, and that's going to be, so look out. So that's your cue that I'm over the fucking cuckoo's nest. The other thing is, I don't know if you peckerheads are having weird dreams, but I'm having really fucking weird dreams. And I can usually psychoanalyze them, but last night I dreamed that I had to order curbside groceries from Giant, and I had to get lemonade and kangaroo court. Now, I didn't know what the fuck kangaroo court was, and in the dream, I asked my wife, and she goes, "What's kangaroo court? You got to get the lemonade for the kangaroo court." I'm like, "Well, can I just get the lemonade?" And she goes, "If you wanna, but what's the point?" I'm there, "Well, what is this fucking kangaroo court?" She just get the lemonade and the kangaroo court. And again, my stories don't really have a point or an end to them, but that's a weird fucking dream, and I don't know where to go with that. So there you go. Kangaroo court, lemonade. I actually went into the Giant app and I put in kangaroo court, and nothing fucking came up. So I thought maybe there was some kind of weird mystery Slim Jim Pop Tart ice cream pie I didn't know about called kangaroo court. But no. Back to the other thing I wasn't going to talk about is that everybody's cleaning out their houses. That's kind of amazing. If you go on the community pages, people are just giving stuff away, and they do this thing called curbside alert. But I must alert you that most of the stuff I'm seeing should be called shit alert. Shit, trash, garbage, fucking alert. I seen a fucking rusty microwave on the Facebook with broken fucking glass window, and they said curb alert. No, that's not a curb alert. That's a fucking piece of shit that you can't recycle or you can't fucking throw it out. Just put down shit alert. Don't put down fucking curb alert. Oh, fuck me in a bucket of goo. That was almost like a public service announcement when you think about it. Okay, so I am, like I say, I'm using my notes here. It is kind of wedding season. If I remember to perform all the stuff related to wedding season, it's going to fill up most of the night. But if I fucking forget shit, even with my notes, it's going to be a short episode. I know this sounds a little sexist, but most guys that are having weddings right now this time of year, they are actually thrilled to have a Zoom wedding because it doesn't cost fucking 10 grand and you don't have to go rent special shoes and tuxedos and all that happy horse shit, and they have to look mildly disappointed. Oh, we don't want to call off the wedding. Let's just fucking Zoom it. That's kind of nuts, all right? That's kind of nuts. So the Zoom weddings, if people are having the Zoom weddings, it's kind of cool, saving a lot of money. My wife and I have been so happy together. We've been together forever in the best possible way. In fact, we lived together for a while, spoilers, before we got married. And then when we actually went to get married, all of our friends were like, what the fuck? We thought you guys already were married. So we didn't do the big 10, 20,000 buck wedding. We just had a picnic at her mother's house and we got Chinese takeout, and that was fucking amazing. And then people of my friends were at that wedding, ours, who spent 10, 20 grand on their big weddings, and they're like, I fucking hate you because a picnic with Chinese takeout buffet, this is fucking incredible. Oh, son of a bitch bastard. So it is wedding season. I have been best man for 2 weddings. Both of those ended in divorce. They turned to shit. So if you want to have a marriage and you're not quite sure if you want to last or not, I'm the best man jinxed guy that you want to track down right now. So wedding season's kind of crazy. I also kind of officiated a wedding in a kilt. Huh? Then you'll have to pay extra to see those pictures. That's kind of amazing. So, and I also have probably 2 or 3 lesbian couples that would like me to marry them. And it's not like a perverted sexual 3-way thing. It's just they want me to become ordained so I can marry the lesbians. I don't know why. These are the kind of things I'm thinking about right now that when I'm stuck in my living room and I can't leave my house, I'm a son of a bitch bastard. Why didn't I get fucking ordained and marry them lesbians off? These are the kind of regrets that I have right now in my life. So, wedding season going on here. Checking my notes here because I don't want to fuck this up. Last week, if you were with me last week, oh my god, it was kind of really fucking nuts. Okay, here's the crazy thing about wedding season too, is that you got your bachelor party and your bachelorette party. Now, I believe I would like to have a sex change to go out on a bachelorette party, because it's when I'm doing a comedy club and the bachelor party comes in, it's 10 drunken guys and they all look the same. It looks like they all shop together. It's not like a theme of guys' night out. They have the same fucking khaki shorts on, polo shirts, the same fucking, they even have the same fucking haircuts, right? And you can't tell which one of them dumbasses is getting married. They all fucking look the same. And the guys come into a comedy club drunk, shit-faced, manure-faced, and they're surprised there's no strippers at the comedy club. And then they get really fucking loud because drunk people don't want to listen and process any kind of comedy, and I do talk fast, and then I lose them, then I'm a dick. He's not funny, and they start yelling and screaming, and they should do the right thing and text each other and say, hey, this Amish guy talks fast and we can't fucking follow him. We're really drunk. Let's go find the strippers. But no, they're fucking going, losing their fucking minds. Now, if a bachelorette party comes into a comedy club, you can bet your ass you will spot the bride to be in a New York second, because they put Christmas lights on her and they put on flashing Elton John penis shaped fucking sunglasses. You know exactly who's getting fucking married in that party, and they know it's a comedy show. So they're there having fun, and they want to, get a lap dance from me and slip $1 in the old G Whiz string and all this and that happy horse shit. But see, here's the thing. Guys' bachelor parties, guys are allowed to go to strip clubs if they lie about it. That's the catch-22. And they're real sneaky about it. And I talked about this before, but it's important to this story. And they get caught lying about going to a place where they were allowed to fucking go. That's how fucking dumb guys are. We didn't go to a strip club. No, we went to sports bar. Sports bar, yes. Strip club, no. Sports team, go. Strippers, no. You get a little stripper glitter on your face there? Where is that? Ha ha! That's how easy we get fucking caught. But now, guys, you don't know this, but the sweetest women in the world, the bachelorette party, for reasons I could not tell you, this bride-to-be's girlfriends will allow her one night of any sexual, deviant, weird partying behavior, this night only, never to be talked about again. And they're smart enough not to fucking film it, because that's evidence. So while you're brushing the glitter off the last $1 bill that you were too cheap to tip, your wife your bride-to-be is on her knees in front of a Chippendale with whipped cream around his woohoo, and everybody's cheering her on and say, this night only, never to be talked about again. That's the fucking party that I want to go to. Cheese and crackers, son of a bitch, bastard. Fuck me. All right, more wedding stuff coming up here. Let's see. Oh, this is fucked up. Maybe it's just me, but the structure of the wedding party is kind of designed to destroy the happiness of all your friends. It's the bride and the groom. That's the wedding party, and then he picks all his best mates, and she picks all his best girlfriends, and they all have boyfriends and girlfriends, or husbands and wives, and they fucking split them up, and they pair them off with gorgeous fucking strangers, and then they run off in a party limo. Meanwhile, the spouse who is not in the wedding party is left at the reception, pacing and drinking at a very slow pace, wondering, where the fuck is that wedding party? Where is the wedding party? And the wedding party's always fucking late, and the drunken limo rolls in, and everybody's fucking late, and they're happy, and they're shit-faced, and they're not telling anybody dick about where they've fucking been. That's the whole thing, is that so for you to live happily ever after, you're going to destroy the sanctity of your best friends' couples. You don't think they fucking fight about that all? Oh, did you find her attractive? Now, guys, you gotta fucking say yes, because if you say no, and she is attractive, your wife will know that you are a fucking lying sack of shit. So then if you say she's attractive too fast or too eager, now you're in fucking trouble there too. It's just the wedding party is a very dangerous, slippery slope. So maybe some of you would be better off with a Zoom wedding. How about that? I know I'm gonna miss shit here. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. Got the drunken limo ride. Okay. Moving on to page 3 already. I don't know what the pacing is here, but it's going to be a little shaky tonight. Let's see. We get the Zoom wedding. Okay. So, here's the thing, too. The Amish weddings and the wedding receptions are not that unlike your city wedding. The reception is a big party. It's just, it doesn't have all the dancing and the drinking and the fun. But aside from that, it's pretty much the same. 300 old Amishmen singing hymns. That's the band. It's mostly oldies, son of a bitch bastard. And there's a process there too the young Amish couple doesn't really go on a honeymoon proper. What they do is they spend the next couple of weekends traveling around to everyone in the family, and they spend a weekend with them instead of running off to Niagara Falls and having wild sex for a week. They gotta go and visit every fucking buddy. So you think about that for a minute. When you get married, if you had to go spend a weekend with every fucking family that was at that wedding, you would really trim that fucking wedding list down. I'll tell you that. And that's where the happy couple gets their gifts. And it's true. The Amish couples are registered at Weaver's Hardware, and they go around all weekend long, and they go and the first couple of stops are kind of pretty good, and then after a while it's like, why hello, what did you get me? Great, his and hers rakes. We don't fucking have too many of those, son of a bitch bastard. And that's the thing when you go to the Weaver's Hardware for the Amish wedding registry. If you get in his and hers rakes, that's a good gift. If somebody nabs that up, it's all like fucking 50-pound bags of manure, and it's terrible gifts there. So that you want to zoom in there right away. So that's your Amish wedding right there. Another thing about the Amish is that the Amish do not divorce. Till death do they shave. If you go down to Lancaster and you see one of those old Amish guys with that long beard way down to there and that face, that's not necessarily from smelling manure. That fucker might have made a bad choice for his bride. Since the Amish do not divorce. If they did divorce, they wouldn't even need a fancy lawyer. They just fucking shave that beard off. An Amish couple fighting, if that were the way to get divorced, to be, that's it, woman. One more word out of you, and I'm going to grab my Norelco triple header and shave this motherfucker off. And because women are smarter than men, she'd go, okay, but good luck plugging it in, you dumbass. We don't have electric. Oh. It's Amish weddings. Let's see here. Moving along. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he's talking about. This is old school shit here. I'm talking weddings, cable TV, the newlywed game, right? The newlywed game. Bob Eubanks, I believe, destroyed more marriages than he helped out. That's the newlywed game. He's just a young couple, and you don't know anything about each other yet. And that fucker, he caused more fucking fights, and that's when he'd smile like a peckerhead. They'd come in there, and he'd ask them a trick question, and it's face it, it's not that difficult to trick us dumbasses. And it'd be multiple choice, 2 answers. Both of the choices sucked batshit balls, and the guys are too fucking stupid to make up a third better answer. And the wife isn't there, and that smirking prick is there asking me fucking questions. Okay, Charlie, would you say your wife is A, fat and lazy, or B, ugly and stupid? And then he'd be like, well, Bob, that's a rough choice. And then he'd pick one or the other, and then she'd come back in, and then she'd hear the choices, and then he'd pick one or the other. Didn't matter which one it was. Then he'd hold up the card, and she'd beat the fuck out of him with the cardboard answer. And that cocksucker, that fucking Bob Eubanks, you couldn't even fucking lie and say he tricked you because the evidence was right on a fucking poster board. Says, motherfucker, crying out loud. Oh. Bob Eubanks, all right. Cooking with gas here. More cable TV shows here. Like I say, my show's all over the place. I'm holding off on my Thanksgiving Christmas shit as long as I possibly can. And this stuff, fun of me talking about this shit is, I don't really go over it. I find it in notebooks, and then I try to perform it, and I forget shit, and then next week we have that thing where I go, things I forgot from last week. Okay, so here we go. One of my favorite shows is Hell's Kitchen, Chef Ramsay, and it's one of the greatest shows that there ever was. And the dumb sons of bitches who have restaurants should start screaming as soon as they see Chef Ramsay sitting in their fucking restaurant, because he doesn't show up to pass out awards. When Chef Ramsay is sitting in your fucking restaurant, that means somebody shit in the soup and called up fucking Chef Ramsay, and he's sitting there, and the dumb fuckers just present the most horrible piles of fucking slop, and he just fucking looks at him and he goes, "What is that? What is this? How much? What the fuck is this?" And then they'll say what it is, and he still won't know what it is. And then I don't believe him, but he pretends to eat all this shit. Then he takes a couple mouthfuls, then he fucking throws up, and then he fucking, and the peckerhead who has the restaurant still doesn't know he's in fucking trouble. He's standing there waiting for Chef Ramsay to say, "This is the greatest fucking beef stroganoff. It doesn't look like throw up or anything." He's in complete fucking denial, and the fish was bad, and he's losing his fucking mind. And Chef Ramsay, come here. Let me ask you a question. Is this fresh or frozen? It's fresh. Fresh frozen. And then Chef Ramsay goes, "Fresh frozen, you ignorant fucking twat! It can't be fresh and fucking frozen. It's either fresh or fucking frozen. I'm gonna rip your fucking balls up. How many lives have you poisoned? How many people have you killed and murdered with your fucking fresh frozen shit? Son of a bitch bastard." And then, and then all they have to do is just say, "I don't know how to cook," and it's a fucking nightmare. And Chef Ramsay, he's a chef. He fucking redoes their menu, and he teaches somebody how to cook. Oftentimes they remodel the whole fucking restaurant. He buys them a whole new fucking restaurant, a new fucking stove, and refrigerators and freezers and all kinds of shit. And that's all they'd have to do. They shouldn't just try to serve him and poison him with the fresh frozen fish. But the dumb motherfuckers, they go through it. Then he has to yell at them. I would just wish he had a Hell's Kitchen home edition. Chef Ramsay would show up here. I would serve him a plate of undercooked scrapple, and I would warn him, "Don't fucking eat this. Help me, for crying out loud. Help me make a nice fucking pizza." And he would take a bite of it, and he'd fucking spit it out, and then he would teach me how to cook, and he'd remodel my whole fucking kitchen, and I'd get a new fucking freezer and a stove, plus I'd know how to cook. Dumb sons of bitches. And again, as I said before, my stories don't really have a point or an end to them, but Chef Ramsay, Hell's Kitchen, fresh frozen, you ignorant twat. Write it down, put that in the chat. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. All right, another couple shows I like. I won't even remember this one at all, so let's see. Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 8:28 p.m.
8:28. See, I'm only about halfway there, and I'm going through this thing way too fucking fast. So I'm trying to see if I can. I might double back on some of this shit because I can't remember it. Oh, I know what. These are the kind of notes that I have. Look, it says, remember to say some of your things that people like to hear you say a lot, like, "Fuck you in a bucket of goo." Apparently people like that, and then when I say it, they put it in the chat and they go, "Fuck you in a bucket of goo." Ass of the world is one that I like, and I haven't been saying it. So if you see anybody out there who's an ass of the world, fucking tag them with it. Okay, so now I got on here on this list, there's two things that I thought I would perform: Survivor Man and the Magic Bullet. They are not ready, so I'm not fucking doing them because it's going to fall into the category of shit that I forgot to do last week. I'll just try to fucking rewrite those. Put it in the chat somewhere that I should rewrite the Magic Bullet and Survivor Man, because I watch all this shit. They're just not fucking ready. Let's see here. Pappy's Quilt. I made a note there. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I'm also, it's not written yet, but again, as this thing unfolds, I'm writing a screenplay, which is going to be kind of like an Amish spin on the Son of Sam killer. Mine's going to be Son of Samuel, where an Amish guy goes nuts, and he's getting messages from the sheep talking to him, and he fucking chops up all the tourists. But that's not ready yet either. Let's see. That's page 3. Technically, my show's over. Oh, wait, a piece of paper fell on the floor. There might be a page 4. Hang on. Nope, that was page 2. All right, we're fucked. Here we go. But I got some other notes here. I'm going to talk about some other things. A thing I started to do a couple of weeks ago and I forgot to do it. Well, I actually wasn't going to do it through the anniversary show. Hell gigs. Now, some of these things aren't actually hell gigs. It's just weird shit that has happened to me. So I'm gonna hit. So I gotta fill some time here tonight. I'm gonna hit you with a couple of amazing hell gig stories. Okay, so some genius decided to put me on a show with an Elvis impersonator. I think it was on Kutztown. It might have been like 15 years ago. That's when I had an agent. That's who did it. That fucker. And then he got out of town. So Elvis impersonator singing from like 7 to 9, and then I went nuts from like 9 to 10, and nobody told me that the Elvis impersonator would sing again after my show. Now, you fuckers, I love you. What's the most fun thing about my show after my show? Coming back for the selfie and tell some stories and hang out. So that happened at the Elvis impersonator show. So I'm hanging out in the back of the room, and you fuckers who I love came up and you wanted autographs and you wanted pictures, and you weren't listening to Elvis impersonator sing Jailhouse Rock or whatever the fuck he was singing. I don't know. Then afterwards, I was leaving, and he was a big son of a bitch, and he had sequins on and all this shit. And then his girlfriend or wife, she was only about this big, but she seemed like she could beat the fuck out of me. And they chased me through the parking lot before I got to my car, and he was still in fucking Elvis character, and he wanted to beat the fuck out of me. Elvis Presley impersonator with sequins. I just want to say one thing. That was one of the funniest shows I'd ever seen. And then they wanted to beat the fuck out of me, but it's because I disrespected him. And it's really hard to be afraid by anyone who is yelling at you while they are wearing sequins. Again, my stories don't really have a point or an end to them, but Elvis impersonator wanted to beat the fuck out of me. Boom, roasted. Another one, show business is so tough. Many years ago, I was doing shows at the Reading Comedy Outlet, but before I got in there, some asshole ran that club before who would turn out being my agent would eventually take over that club. So somebody networked me with whoever was running the Reading Comedy Outlet, and we comedians were such dumb sons of bitches. I don't even know why I agreed to this. I had to drive to Delaware on like a Thursday night to do a 10-minute guest set for the guy who owned the club in Reading to see if I could headline in the club in Reading. And somehow I accepted this as a logical premise to getting a headline gig. Now, 10 minutes, I've got my 10 minutes, my best 10 minutes ready for this audition. I'd be on the show, live audience. Now, at 10 of 8, this cocksucker was down there. He informed me that I would be actually on the show. I was the featured comedian. That's a 30-minute set that I did not fucking plan on. And, I mean, I can handle it. It's just, I would have liked to know they wanted 30 minutes and I was going to be on the show. And I was going to be paid $70 whole dollars, 70, for a 30-minute set. And he told me we were starting at 10 of 8, which is what the time that it was right then. So I didn't have no fucking time to prepare. And who the fuck starts a show at 10 of 8 unless you're me streaming and something fucks up, right? So then, before that happened, right before that, he said, also, we don't like the F-bomb in this club. So every time you drop an F-bomb, I will deduct $10 from your $70 paycheck. I'm not making any of this shit up. So I came out and I'm like, wow, you wouldn't fucking believe what just happened to me. I was gonna do a fucking guest set, right? And then turns out I'm on the fucking show, and I was told I'd get paid $70 fucking, but I would lose $10 fucking every time I said the word fuck, and that's like fuck. Like I'm think I only have $10 fucking left, and that now I don't even have that fucking money left because I just fucked that up, and so that's my time. I'm out of here. And then I fucking left, and he was fucking mad. Somehow I was the dick, but guess what? He got fired from that fucking Reading Comedy Club the next day, and I got the gig anyway. Ha ha! Fuck me. All right, Elvis impersonator. Boom, roasted. $10. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. Boom, roasted. Boom. Then it's another one that's not quite ready yet. Sometimes I have great hell gigs. Peckerhead, many years ago, it's almost corporate fraud. Peckerhead hired me for like $1,000 to perform at a corporate event. Again, nobody told me I shouldn't say fuck, right? And they got money, so that I didn't feel bad at all. So, unbeknownst to me, that fucker almost got fired for hiring the cursing Amish guy to speak at the corporate Wahoo. Then the people there actually had fun. I'm not a fucking dummy because the people that are there that know somebody shouldn't say fuck are like really giggling and go, oh my god, this is amazing. They got a guy that says fuck. Wow, this is a great party. So, but almost like 20 years later, that fucker was retiring. And the peckerheads who almost fired him hired me to come back for his roasting party and make a dick out of him. And they were having, and he didn't know it was fucking coming. And they did like a whole slideshow of his life. And they said, and then this was my cue to come in. He didn't know it was going to be there. I don't even think the people there, they kind of kept it a secret. On his slideshow, my face came up and everybody started going nuts and they're going, remember the time you hired the cursing Amish guy and he almost got fired and it was the worst night that we ever had? That was my cue. What the fuck are you talking about? It's the worst fucking night we ever had. That was the best fucking night we ever had. We never had that much fucking fun here again. You motherfuckers, how fucking dare you say that was the worst fucking night when that was the best fucking night? Now this is the second best fucking night. Now, again, my stories don't really have a point or an end to them, but boom, roasted retirement party. Okay, here we go. There. We grab me a little more water here. Boom, 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 boom. Holy shit. Once again, I love doing this. I'm going to do this as many weekends as I can, but it's getting tough. Like I'm saying, I'm trying not to do reruns, repeat material. So it's going to be stories. We are going to be rocking the stories. Wedding season. I was actually kind of pacing myself there, and I probably should have saved it for June, but what the fuck. All right, a couple more stories here. And then the other problem that I have, well, I have a lot of problems. Let's be serious about that. I was doing stories from my book on YouTube on like Thursday nights, and I can't remember how much of that shit I told over there versus here on Saturday night. So there could be some crossover material. So I'm gonna have to. There's no possible way. There's no possible way to know what I told you just. So I'm going to tell you a different story. You know what? Here's the thing. I actually work hard on this and I print shit out, and then like now, I don't know where my fucking notes are. All right. So here, I'm gonna tell you a story about my brother-in-law, Jack. Now Jack is an amazing guy, but he's also a little hard of hearing, and he's the quintessential Dutchman. And when I tell you that you are the quintessential Dutchman, boom, you've been fucking served up a storm. I'm going back, I don't know how many years now, and I wish I could remember the name of the fucking town. It was right outside of Penn's Peak, It was 4th of July. My wife and I had nothing to fucking do. Our daughter was running around, boyfriend picnic. And so Jack said, let's have a picnic. I'm there, fucking amazing. He said, first, I got to go up to my brother's picnic, Bert. And I know Bert, and I love Bert, and he's really a fun guy. And we lost him, as they say. And that's another story for another night. But turns out I was invited to come along, and my wife, Jack and his wife, to go up to see Bert. Now, in those days, we had cell phones, but we didn't have GPS, we didn't have Google Maps and all that shit. And very small town, right outside of Penn's Peak. There's mountain country in there. One traffic light. Um, Jack had never been to his brother's fucking house before this, which I didn't fucking know when I was in the car. And then he's driving up and down the street, and I'm there, where is this house? Where does Bert live? And he goes, I don't know. I've never been there before. I said, well, what's the address? He said, well, I don't really have his address. It's just somewhere on the street. You fucking brought me up here on 4th of July to go to a fucking picnic at Bert's house, and you don't fucking even have a fucking address. Don't worry. I got it covered. I'm not making any of this shit up. So I started yelling out the window, Bert, Bert, Bert. And then, much to my surprise, somebody came running over to the car, and it wasn't Bert. And the guy goes, I have your dog. Little bit of confusion. My Bert isn't a dog. My Bert is his brother. But thanks for playing. All right. So then we drove down again, and then people in this neighborhood are going to mock me. But a lot of these people on this fucking street had big tractor trailer trucks that I think they were sort of living out of. They just fucking parked them next to their mobile home, and we were down there, and like 3 different people come running out of this truck house, and they said, I have your dog. And the dog kept following them fucking down the street. I'm there, sorry, my Bert is not a dog. It's his brother. But I really appreciate that. And this went on back and forth, and I was just losing my fucking mind. I'm like, let's just go home, or call someone and see if there's a fucking whatever, or let's just go to a random fucking party because I'm really hungry and get a fucking cheeseburger and a beer, and then we can continue the search for brother Bert. And the car wasn't moving, and we were in front of the trailer park truck mobile court, whatever the fuck it was, and then, like a mountain mirage, Bert appeared in the street, and his wife, and nobody in that whole block knew where fucking Bert lived. And I was asking, Bert, there's no fucking Bert here. And then I was pissing and moaning, and I said, all of your neighbors really are fucking mad at me, and how comes nobody fucking knows where Bert lives? He's a really nice fucking guy. Not one of these cocksuckers has the slightest idea where Bert lives. That's kind of a little fucked up. And the lady said, my husband's name is Bill. Fucking twist right there. So, as well, you can imagine my embarrassment. Not because I ran all around the neighborhood screaming for Bert, but no self-respecting Amishman would ever show up to a picnic without a covered dish. Where's Bert? Boom, roasted. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. Alright, let's see. I got some more shit here. Okay. Alright. Listen, some of my things that I talk about aren't really hell gigs. They're just really weird fucking gigs. I'm going to have a couple more stories here, and then I'm going to wrap this fucking episode up here. Quite a few years ago, I was hired to host a wet t-shirt contest at a biker rally. That's good work if you can fucking get it. Big biker rally. Oh, Only and Ole, or whatever the hell they call it. There's a huge fucking uh, biker club, Reading Motorcycle Club in Ole, Pennsylvania. These fuckers own a big hunk of sort of like party picnic pavilion town in the middle of the fucking town. And when they do this big event, thousands and thousands and thousands of bikers show up. They make a metric fuck ton of money and they kick a lot of it back into the town. That's how they get away with it. Most people are so afraid of this event that that's when they plan their vacations and they just fucking leave town. And the people who live on the outskirts of this biker property, that's when they throw their picnics in there. There with fucking binoculars and telescopes and all this and that happy horse shit. I was so fucking afraid to go into this biker rally. And I'm telling you this, a friend of mine, Eric, I don't know if he's watching, he's a pretty big son of a bitch. He begged to come along and be my bodyguard. And that was fucking bullshit because he just wanted to go down there and see all the biker babes fucking running around. But I humored him and I thought, well, fuck it, I'll need a bodyguard. So when we got there, right, my bodyguard was this big. All the bikers were like fucking this big, and they assigned me like 10 fucking bikers to walk around. I never felt so safe in my entire life because nobody would fuck with bikers, especially other fucking bikers. And they told me a couple of rules. They said, okay, so there's a lot of gangs here and we don't want any trouble. The Hells Angels are here. They're cool, but you can't say Hell's Angel unless you are in fact a Hell's Angel. And it's right on their jackets. That's how you know it's them. Fucking Hell's Angel. Side note story to that is the Amish just got in trouble a couple months before that, and the Hells Angels, because some Amish roof builders were selling drugs, apparently, allegedly, that they got from the Hells Angels, and they got caught, and everything got fucked up, and everything was really bad. And I spent 45 minutes writing comedy about that. And when I got down there, they said, you absolutely cannot say anything about the Hells Angels Amish cocaine scandal. Fuck me and a bucket of goo, no fucking problem. And then I got the lesson not to say Hell's Angel, and they're walking around and they're going to dick with me a little bit, right? And it's like 5 Hell's Angels coming at me, and even though I had my entourage, it's a little fucking shaky, he said, hey, we don't like the way your asshole Amish brethren fucked up our little enterprise there. We don't fucking like it, all right? And so they're, okay, not my fault, but let me ask you a question. You guys are in the Hells Angels. I can tell it because it's on your jacket. And I'm not supposed to say Hells Angels because I'm not in the Hells Angels. And if I say Hells Angels, you'll fucking kill me. Is that correct? And they actually were laughing and then say, okay. I think they kind of liked that I knew that, even though I was saying Hell's Angel. And then I said, let me ask you a question. If I'm not supposed to say Hell's Angel, how come it says Hell's Angel right there on your fucking jacket? That's fucking bullshit. Because a dumbass like me walking around Rain Man just fucking reading Hell's Angels and you beat the fuck out of me. That sucks. That ain't fucking right, okay? But this was such a fun and crazy weekend. And the dumb sons of bitches, I don't know on what planet they thought I would come out and tell horse and buggy jokes to MC a wet t-shirt biker babe contest. So this biker babes are all lined up and they're half naked already, and I'm supposed to tell some horse and buggy jokes. And I told, the Amish buggy has 4-way flashers. Yeah, I light the candle, then I blow it out, then I light the candle, then I blow it. And they just fucking glared at me, right? And then right then I knew a second horse and buggy joke, I would get fucking murdered, all right? I knew that was going to be a bad idea. So I turned to the biker babe right next to me and I said, and I got the microphone in my, you could win this thing, but you don't have a chance of winning as long as your pants are on. And they fucking all threw their pants down, and the bikers were going, Raymond is God! Oh. So that's a true story. That was a really kind of fun and weird thing. Not because of the naked biker babes. You can't even enjoy that because there's a sense of terror around. They had a thing, and they took me all around and they showed me all this shit. A pit, and it had these giant fucking logs in it, right? And smoke's coming out of the pit. And I remember, let's go check out the smoke pit. This is barbecue. What's going on down there? And they said, no. What they do is they take their Harley motorcycles in there, and there's logs, and then they gun the motor, and the wheel spins around, and the logs spin around, and the rubber rips off the fucking tires, and a big fucking smoke cloud goes up in the air. Apparently, you win a prize, and then they all fucking cheer, and then the big smoke cloud went up, and they said, what do you think of that? I said, I think we got to make sure Firestone is open today, because a lot of you fuckers are going to have to buy some fucking new tires. What the fuck was that all about? Son of a bitch bastards. The other thing is, if you ever go to one of these things, you gotta refuse shit, because I've never seen so many bikers walking around with Tupperware saying you have to try Mammy's Rat Bastard fruit salad. I did try one of them, and I don't remember exactly what was in there, but I remember like for 3 days I just stood because I thought I was a windmill. Son of a bitch bastard. I'm getting ready to wrap things up here. I don't have a big finale for my show. A lot of you folks have been asking for the F-bomb choir. I don't have the slightest idea how the F-bomb choir would work, because you peckerheads would have to sing that in your own homes. That's what would be going on there. If you've been to one of my shows, it works like this. I would have the audience, you all sing the word fuck in your natural singing voice. And you can do it right now, and if you have an extra phone to film it, just go ahead and film it and post it on my Facebook page. But that's what it would be. And I orchestrate, I do this. The rules of this thing would be that you sing the word fuck in your natural singing voice and hold it as long as possible. Then you come up for air, and then you would echo somebody else's fuck. Now, if you're by yourself, you just gotta fucking wing it. If you're in the house with other people, then you gotta echo theirs. So then if you have a high register, Alexa, quiet, we're doing the F-bomb choir here. Alexa, stop, timer, alarm, whatever the fuck it is. So if you have a high voice, then you echo somebody's lower one. Again, you go, fuck, and we keep that going just as long as humanly possible. And I want people to have a lot of fun with it. If they're feeling a solo, they should knock themselves out. Like, fuck, 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 fucky fuck, wonderful fuck. So here we go. The F-bomb choir as conducted by me, Raymond the Amish Comic, your fuck doctor in your various homes. Here we go. I'll start it. You fuckers nailed that. I can hear you singing. I can hear you singing. I love you. Thanks for tuning in to episode 10. Buy a t-shirt. I'll be back next week. And I think I should have a better show because I don't have a birthday this week. So I should be able to write some material. Stay safe. I love you. Tell the world that we are streaming live Saturday nights. Mwah. Fuck me in a bucket of goo. That's a wrap.